Ahoy mates, I'm Zolonius and it's lunchtime. You may notice some changes since previous part. First and foremost, I'm less hairy now. I have went to the hairdresser and I'm much more hygienic now. Yay. Second of all, you may notice the lighting is a little bit weird. It's not a portal to the heavens. There is a reason for the window being uncovered, and that's because we are going to use this flameless ration heater. These produce toxic fumes, so if I don't want to Auschwitz myself, I need to open the window and provide ventilation. Otherwise, I'm going to become a statistical improbability. Anyway, besides that, we are going to have a pretty heavy lunch. We are having the 3 bean chili mixed beans in tomato and chili sauce. It is very, very liquidy, so I'm going to use... Oh shit, the lighting is so bad. I'm going to put brown biscuits in there. They are sweet, so it's probably not a good idea, but the other one is even sweeter, so yeah. Basically what I'm going to do with it is put the crumbs in the sauce, and it's going to give it texture. The other thing we are going to heat up in the flameless ration heater is the disgusting vegetarian sausage and tomato breakfast. Yes, we are eating the breakfast during lunch. Why? Because it's not a fucking breakfast. Breakfast is not hot meal, or actually it could be hot meal, but not a main fucking meal like this. Like, seriously, guys, you don't cook for breakfast, you just assemble something. And if you do cook for breakfast, congratulations, you have way much energy in the morning than my entire self. This meat, the kilojoules of energy that I possess as a humming as a living human being. A human being. Besides that, we are going to have some chewing gum at the end. We are going to have a fortified energy drink powder with flavor. It's peach iced tea flavor, and the other one is going to be, if I don't fuck up the lighting, fruit flavor drink powder. It's pear flavor. And last but not least, we are going to have some tea. The tea is also going to possess a packet of white sugar. We are going to do this first because it needs time to do its thing. In fact, it says somewhere, chemical heater. Yes, if in eyes, remove eyes. If in lungs, remove lungs. You die. Don't breathe fumes. 60 milliliters of water, 10 to 12 minutes. It has this nice little tab. I'm going to pull this off a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. About this much, if I can actually show you. It's barely noticeable. See? I'm pulling it down because the top part is going to be held by that little thing. Cool, so I can actually remove the heating element. That means I can put 2 things inside. Nice. So, vegetarian fuck you sauce, fuck you sausage on this side, and on the other side the 3 chili bean thingamajig. It's very thick now. We are going to open the fuck up. Oh, it's cold. Also, you probably cannot see it, but it's actually raining snow now, or if you will, snowing. Anyway, there is a line, a very small line, where you have to fill it with water. I'm going to use hot water, mostly because that's what I have at hand. And I try to not mess it up too much, because if I do so... Ow, 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 ow! And the pool tab, of course, decided to not do its fucking job and fall the fuck back. Please don't do this to me. This is very gay. It's working. It's burning my hands. Ah! Okay, a couple third-degree burns after, I have successfully put the flameless Russian heater in there. It's flameless Russian heating. The fumes that it produced gave me a very, very nice coughing fit, which is great. I have 2 separate bowls for each of those, and while those are doing their thing, it's currently 10-minute mark, so we are going to do something in the 20-minute mark. We have tea. I have my trusty bugger. I'm going to check, it opens here. You probably can barely see it, but there is a pool tab. A little bit of indentation. I can easily tear it up. And yes, we have a nice little tea bag. What do you do with tea bag? Obviously, teabag people with. So I'm putting it right here. I'm pouring hot water on it. And I'm going to do what we did back in the day in the Call of Duty multiplayer and teabag. Oh no! Oh, it has a really nice smell. Okay, it might be a fruit tree. Fruit tree? It's an entire tree. We are eating ants today, said the goddamn orcs in Tolkien's whatever. Actually, no. This is definitely black tea. I say it might be green. I am very bad at teas. I know the fruity ones and everything else, basically. I should probably stop dipping it, but I really like dipping tea. It's kind of my thing. I say that whilst I prefer granulate over these tea bags. Mostly because they are just objectively better. You just pour the fucking hot water in and that's it. It's going to do its job. Maybe a little bit of stirring, which you would already do because it's going to be fucking hot. I realize that I need to put the goddamn sugar in. You need to tear the sugar packet off with a very steady and very angry hand. There is a little bit of plastic lining in there, which I managed to get into the coffee previously. But anyway, I'm going to add the sugar now. I might have wanted to wait until it finishes teaing, but fuck that. I'm holding the mug, or the bugger as we call it, in the true neutral way. I think it's there is a mug holding alignment chart. I think my preferred way is the true neutral or either of the other neutral ones. I don't know how ghetto is to use the goddamn tea bag stirring implement. Okay, the sugar dissolved properly. Nice. Black tea. Have you finished, my boy? Ah! I could have just removed my hand instead of, having it there in the whole time. I not scream, that's what women do, when I let out a glorious war cry. But I guess I'm a very high intelligent specimen. I have many brain cells somewhere. I keep them in the drawer. I really want this guy to be very strong. Not because I like my trees. I like strong trees. I'm a leshy guy myself. I don't really like ants. They are slightly gay. Have you seen them walk? They have a little bit of a wobble. That's because they get fucked in the ass. That's how you spot the gay people. How they wobble. If they wobble incorrectly, that's heresy. Summary execution. I also do this because I tasted a little bit of tea-ness on the spoon, but it wasn't much. So I really want this to be actually not just tea colored, but tea tasting. And let's do the energy drinks. As I said, we are going to have a fortified energy drink powder with flavor and fruit flavor energy drink powder. They are both 45 grams. On the energy drink packet, it says that it needs half a liter of water. No, it doesn't. It has a nice pull tab. We are going to pull on it. It's good, these pull tabs, because you actually retain the top part. So it's not going to generate 2 pieces of trash. Guess what it smells like? Chemicals. Kinda looks like shit. I'm going to need some water. This time it's going to be slightly cold water, because it was sitting in the windowsill that is open. It looks like diarrhea. Hopefully it doesn't taste like it. It's the iced tea one, by the by. It looks anything but iced tea. Oh my god, oh, it looks like so weird. Holy shit, oh fuck. Okay, I'm definitely giving the heater a bit more time than it needs to. Since it's probably not producing any more fumes, I'm taking it back. Fuck it, it's still producing fumes. Okay, in that case, we are leaving this shit open. And it's leaking water. Not leaking, because it was having the lid going down. Obviously, the fumes. Hot, still piping hot. Is it going now? It's going now. Congratulations, Zoltan. TLDR, what happened? I reconstituted the iced tea. It was very hard process. There are a little bit of chunks in there that fail to reconstitute. It also has this thing on the top, this foam. I really don't like that. I saved the flameless ration heater from the outside of the windowsill, because one of the sides was definitely less hot than the other, so now it's inside. It's still doing its thing, producing fumes. There is a little bit of a pillar here that you probably don't see because of the lighting conditions, of condensated water, which is probably the chemical water. As the heater produces the heat, it's because of the chemical reaction with the water and whatever the fuck is inside the heater element. The water that is inside is not drinkable. It needs to be disposed of as chemical hazard, aka it's going to go down of my toilet. You cannot use it to make a drink. You cannot use it in your food. You'd have to throw it out. It's actually toxic. It's going to kill you. Only use it if you are disposable. Also, taste test of the not so iced tea. As I have previously said, and you probably missed it, it's very bad. Okay, it's not very bad, but I'm tasting more chemicals than iced tea, which is a problem. Because the commercial grade drink powders that I, in my youth, have partaken in were much better. Which means the British Army, for some fucking reason, is sourcing bad quality items for their soldiers, even though a small packet of actual iced tea powder is like 254 ints. That's not even a pound. And it's actually good. It's going to produce you something in the facsimile of iced tea. This is, first and foremost, it's very foamy for some bloody reason. I don't get people that like foam. Like, on beer, on their goddamn hot chocolate, everything. Foam. Why? It's literally just air and the thing. And it's not even going to taste that good because it's going to be, air. Air doesn't taste like anything. I could have used the sugar, but no. The tea definitely needs it. Speaking of tea, is it good now? Well, it attempted to be tea. It's not releasing much in the way of taste. It's even doing the spinny thing. Spin. Sweet. I don't know why it does that. Oh, it's slowing down. Is it going to spin in the other direction? It does. Glorious. Can I actually save this? Maybe. Tea. No. hot water. Anyway, fruit flavor drink. Pull tab. Puncture. Oh no. Oh no, it has punctures. Also, guess what the smell is? Chemicals. And a lot of smoke. Jesus. Oh yeah, it looks white. Can I snort it? I don't wanna. So yeah, it looks kinda crystallized. It came out of the packet quite easy. Didn't cake because of the anti-caking agents. Are you still piping hot? Of course you are. Yeah. You know what? Fuck the government. I'm taking off the cap. Can you guess the goddamn coloration? You guessed right, it's piss! Smells kinda citrusy though. Citrusy. It's supposed to be pear, what the fuck? Let's get the trusty spoon. And start spooning. And I'm going to keep spinning, not spinning, swirling, not swirling. Fuck, I think it starts with an S, but I don't know the word because I'm stupid. Sorry, I'm a genius. I sell brain cells for $5 a pop. Stirring, there you go. I'm doing the stirring. It's kinda gay that I don't really have anything solid eaten in apparently 40 minutes now. Technically 30 in the video. But this one seems to have properly dissolved. I don't see any chunks like the previous one. Let's taste the deal then. Piss water. Cheers. Holy shit. It's not shit. It's actually serviceable. It tastes like artificial pear. Oh my god. I'm going to like this one, because this is the less shitty drink item that I have found in this goddamn ration. Very nice. Seal of approval. Oink oink! That was much, much better in my head. Why did I do that? Well, not like I have anything to lose. Now, food time. I'm the hungry Hungarian. Is it still producing fumes? A little bit. Okay, never mind. It's not a little bit, it's still... I'm going to need a well-ventilated installation. Welcome back. Noises of the street below. Okay, I'm going to take out the... Oh no, I need to actually clean this, and whatever I'm cleaning with is going to need to be disposable. Shit. Yeah, the water condensated on it is toxic, so... fuck. It has a little bit of white thing condensated on it. That's toxic chemical. I want to remove it before I put it in my mouth. Ah, it burns! It burns! NPC pain sounds! Alright, let's start the cleaning process of this highly intoxicating... pain sounds. I can't imagine how shit it is to have to need to do this on the field. Like, I'm currently in the comfort of my gaming chair. I have access to whatever the fuck I want. How it is for the people actually fighting in the goddamn trenches, having the goddamn fireworks going up above their heads and around their positions, and needing to do this shit to get some food in themselves. Like, what the fuck? It's gay. Searching for a pool tab, I don't see any. That's a problem. Well, that's probably because I'm holding it wrong. Basically, you could eat from this. I'm not a barbarian though, says a guy who actually talks while eating. There's a little bit of a pool tab. And I'm going to open it up and immediately regret because it has the goddamn sauce all over the... Oh, it's piping hot. Alright, some of the bits decided to stick to the goddamn thing. Let me check if I can show you via magic. No, you cannot. Okay, in that case, you are going to see it better when I put it into a bowl. A bowl. A B-O-W-L. Shrimp. Okay, I might have underestimated the amount of solid bits in there, because it was very much liquidy. Still need to get some of the bits out with the spoon. Yeah, 300 grams and it's barely anything. Oh, come on, the corners, man. You cannot get anything out of the corner, and of course it goes to my goddamn shirt. Let me show you what I got. A bowl of goop. It has 3 beans and a bunch of other shit. I see onions. I see some paprika. Obviously no meat, which is gay. But it's a vegetarian ration, so one would think. There are also green bits that I don't recognize, yes. Also, it barely goes to the halfway point of the bowl. I don't see much. Let's have a taste, an actual goddamn proper taste. Try to get a little bit of everything inside. Cheers. It's that chili. Barely has any heat. The liquid is hot, the beans are not. They are a little bit overcooked. Like one of the sides are burnt on some of the beans, or maybe that's not burn marked, they might be just... Most of it is like that brown thing, but there are those even browner bits. Yeah, the beans didn't cook through. It's the liquid that took most of the heat. Now, I wanted to have the brown biscuits with this. Also, the big beans are very rare, like these guys, these big ones. I could put the brown biscuits here. It could soak up some of the moisture, some of the water content, but they are sweet. This is actually kind of almost spicy. Like it's Western European spicy. Let's try these green bits. What are these green bits are? I don't know. They are edible. It's goop. It's kind of like the food that you get from buffets and food courts and whatever, you know, when you are a kid and go to school and they have these feeding stations for the kids. The spork is completely useless, by the by. I could try... Never mind. Okay, the big ones I can get with the spork. Let's see the small one. Can I get you? Kinda, yeah. Then I retake it. No, spork is useful. I have the sambal here, if I would want to have an actual spicy meal. However, I'm keeping it for the sausages because I really fear that they are going to be shit and I want to basically cover the taste. But this is nice. Let's have a little bit of a drink. Let's have the tea because it's actually getting cold. You know what, I'm just going to check this. It's basically just water. Glory to the king, I guess. For the empire. Well, it's not an empire anymore. The monarchy. So, you need to get your mustache in order if you are eating because it's actually getting into the food. That's why I twirl it. It's not just to look good, but I do look quite dashing if I say so myself. However, it's also for that the mouth part of the... Fuck you! So the mouth part is actually not covered by small little hairs. Yes, hairs that are pointing downwards. So I twirl it up here because some of those hairs are actually very long and they get into the twirl. And I'm turning it away from my mouth. Let's open this brown biscuit brown. Trying to get it on the camera, but because it's so high up, actually, there you go. And it opens up, and yes, of course, it's broken. Everything is broken. Just my life. Ah, goodness gracious. They're in like pieces like these. It says Sweet biscuit with bran. There is nothing sweet in here. Into the fucking goulash it goes. But it's not goulash, it's 3-bean chili thing. Let's get a few more pieces in there. Just to give the thing texture. It's not much in itself, so it doesn't need much of the biscuits themselves. Can I break them up easily with the spork? Easily is not the word, but yes, I can break them up, kind of, maybe. Also, they are not really doing the drinking up the moisture part. Like, this might have been a bad idea. I got them kinda broken up. No, let's cover them in the thing. Alright, they are almost soaking it up, and when they do, they are actually easier to break. It just needs a little bit of time. Yeah, the tomato sauce, the chili tomato sauce is a little bit more thicker than I anticipated, and thus the biscuits are not taking it in as well, but they are taking it in. Just bloody slowly, I guess. Anyway, now it's going to give it some real good texture. Let's try it out. It's good. The biscuits are actually not that sweet. Face. They are probably slightly sugared, but because of the tomato sauce is, I guess, umami flavor. That's how the English call it. For some reason, it's a goddamn Japanese word. Because of the tomatoes flavor, the biscuits are actually taking that up, and the little bit of sweetness is amplifying it. So alongside with the beans, it's making a good flavor profile. A little bit earthy. Also, the texture is good because it has biscuits in it. You actually have some crunch, and everybody likes a little bit of crunch. Maybe the fact that they are not drinking up the sauce that much, the biscuits I mean, is intentional, because this way they are retaining their crunch, whilst also making the sauce itself quite enjoyable. Let's get rid of this. Not disgusting, but it's bad iced tea. Like, again, the commercial ones are much better. For starters, they actually taste like iced tea instead of this chemical. You know what I miss from military rations? Actual goddamn bread. Which I understand why they don't do it, because, you know, it's going to get stale really fucking fast. But the fact that my bowl, or if I wouldn't be eating from a bowl, but a mess kit, it would have all of this shit. Just, you know, not getting inside me, because it's on the sides. There is a little bit of spice to it. What you are definitely going to taste is the tomatoes. If you get some actual beans in there, that's nice. But even though it's called 3 billies and 1 bean. I'm very, very smart, and I can talk English very easily. I'm a polyglot, if you will. Anyway, even though it's called 3 beans, the actual bean content is low, and they had basically everything else instead. Like, there are not garlic, onions in there. There are paprika pieces in there. There are some orange thing that I cannot recognize. There are some green things that I cannot recognize. It's basically taking up all the dead space, I guess. And if you put the biscuits in there, which is a good choice, it gives you good texture, then the bean to everything else ratio is low. So you're not going to get the taste of those. If you are eating it by itself, then obviously you are going to have the beans be more prevalent and their texture be prevalent, because everything else has been boiled to the point that it's almost liquid. However, if you have both beans and the biscuits, then you're going to have this crunchy texture on your teeth and a smoother texture on your tongue, hopefully, if you don't fuck up. And it's really nice. It goes down really easily. 3 bean chili is a good main. With the brown biscuits, it's even a great main. And now I'm going to do something unsightly, so bear with me for a bit. Okay, so the unsightly and the borderline disgusting thing I did is literally lick the bowl clean. I have removed that footage because it looks very sexual, and even though I'm probably going to get a community guideline strike because of the, still, I don't want to get two of it in one go. Cheers. You know what? This is also disgusting. I'm just going to down it in one go because it's not as bad as the coffee was. The coffee was like literally tasting slightly burned wood. Well, okay, not slightly, half burned wood would be the correct thing to say. This is just chemicals. Chemicals I can take. Also, look at this much fucking foam. I want to drink this. I don't want to clean it. I want all of this in my body. Why is it foaming like it has rabies? This bit actually has a little bit of texture because of the unconstituted powder. And the chunky bits, of course. Yeah, it got into the... Got stuck to my teeth. Okay, the food item is hot. I really don't want to breathe it in. I already have respiratory issues from my father's line. I don't want to get even more from toxic chemicals. Just like my father did when he went into a burning train to throw children out because he didn't want them well done. He liked them medium rare. He was a policeman, by the way. He wasn't just, a random guy on the street. He was doing his job because the fucking fire guys decided to arrive like 10 minutes later. Okay, I need to dispose of this somehow. Oh, it climbed up. Oh my god. Okay, so when we started, the heating element was like kind of, thin. It's now has poofed up. Alright, I'm back. I have finished cleaning out the heater bit. Now we have slightly warm vegetarian sausage. Sadly, I took a little bit more time than I wanted. It has a pull tab. We are going to open it. Alright, and I'm accidentally removed it. Great. Are those the sausages? Oh my god, they look like goddamn potatoes. Oh no, they look even worse. Oh, never mind, those are actual potatoes, but oh my fucking god, these look horrible. Oh, they look like actual shit. Oh my god. There are people who actually eat this? Oh no. And I will need to because I get them paid money for it. Oh my fucking god, no. Okay, first and foremost, it has pieces of, I hope, potato in there. I hope it's not some soy shit. Trying to get every last drop of tomato in there because that's actually food. All those dick flattening sessions and I cannot flatten a goddamn meal pocket. My balls shrink, but my duties don't. Welcome, stalker. I need to stop at any time, and it seems that this is not proper tomato sauce. This is evil tomato. Oh no. Look at it. Those are supposed to be sausages. Like seriously, it looks like shit. It looks like baby shit. Let's try some of the sausages. Sausage. Oh, it's not even sausaging. Oh no. It's not sausaging. The sausage is... Ah. Okay. It's very thick. Not thick. Dense. Here, have a look. Little bit of the shit looking sausage and a little bit of the sauce. Oh, it's trying so hard to be actual goddamn meat, but it's not. Dinner is definitely going to have some meat in it because this is disgusting. Like, bro. Look at this. So goddamn dense. Like it almost has a meat taste, but then it hits you with the goddamn nothingness, basically. It's. Do you know the meme when you are looking into the void and the void looks back into you? Imagine that the sausage looked into the void and the void didn't look back. And the sausage was that much less. This is the sausage. It has lost something important to him. And it's mostly the taste. It just tastes wrong. It's skinwalker sausage, that's what it is. I say whilst it doesn't even look the part. What is this even? Is this... Look. I think this is... mushroom? Yeah, it's mushroom. Okay. It also has bits of potato. I hope it's potato. If it's soy, I'm going to shit myself. The potato is wrong too. This needs an upgrade. Sambal! Sambal! I tried, okay, I tried. It's wrong. Oh, it's very thick. Okay, I should have tried to show it to you, maybe if I... see? It's kinda like a slightly thicker ketchup. It's definitely Asian. It's not your usual kaspitsim. It has some spice in there. I don't know what is sambal, but it kinda tastes vinegary. Look. A strip of whatever this is. Maybe more mushroom? Alright, since I said that I'm going to have a rambling, I'm going to have a little bit of rambling about this vegetarian food. So, the three main reasons that I find why people turn vegetable. I guess they are, in a sense. So, reason when people turn into vegetarians is, well, okay, 4 reasons. The first and foremost, which is why the Indians do it, is just religion. You know, the same reason why in Europe you don't eat people or dogs or whatever. Jesus Christ said that it's gay, so we are not doing it. Same with the Indians. They decided that they are not going to eat meat, and they lost a part of humanity, but here they are. At least it's a traditional reason. The modern reasons, however, are even gayer. One of them is trying to appeal to the morality of people. That the various livestock is being treated horribly in the meat farms. Like, they show you the pens that are very small. And they are saying that because of that, the meat is actually not that good. On the contrary, then first, why the fuck you don't source your meat from other sources? Then there are actual people who, you know, have their livestock on pastures where they actually have whatever they would eat in the, you know, nature. You could just eat that, and in that case you would have the economy go towards that kind of meat production. Low quantity, high quality. Also, have you ever considered your other options, you know, like vegetables, your precious soy, the rice, the grains? Have you seen a grain field? Are the individual grains have their individual areas that they are growing in? No, they don't. The grains are just as, well, every other agricultural product is made with quantity in mind. The various vegetables, the various rice, grains, the soy that this disgusting shit is made out of, they are also made in horrible conditions that are actually bad for the plant itself. Those plants are going to have the same issues as the meat, supposedly, that are from the meat farms. So you're literally just trading tit for tat. It's stupid. Other reason that I also often hear is that they are living creatures and they are supposed to have the right to live. Doesn't the fucking plant? They are also living creatures. They eat, they reproduce, they respond to stimuli. For plants, it's little bit slower than with, animals. But guess what? If the potato plant would be screaming when you are pluck it from the ground, would you still not eat it? Actually, for the record, most meat products are not made while the animal is actually screaming and in actual pain. They are having this pistol thingy pointed to their heads. They think they are going to get a head pat, and instead it's oblivion. They do not suffer. On the other hand, your plants does suffer. Because these plants are grown in the not very good conditions, a lot of them actually go to waste. There are also a lot of mutations happening there because it's just literally a bigger pool of grains, and because it's industrialized, these mutations are not getting weeded out. They continue to go, and because of that, emmer is very, very emmer. It might be barley, I don't remember. Anyway, one of the grains is very susceptible to Saint whoever the name is fire. It's basically a mold that targets the stalks. They are going to grow little black bits of it on the grains themselves and release their spores when they reach maturity. In the medieval times, people noticed this and, remove that stalk and throw it out. Nowadays, we don't. Nowadays, there is a, machine that does it, and the machine doesn't give a fuck if it's going to have ergot. There you go, the semi-scientific name it's going to have that go through. Same with basically every other sickness that the plants are going to have. They are not getting checked. The plants are going to die. Sometimes the infestation is so big that the entire harvest is gone. Sometimes the infestation is not that big, and either the farmer doesn't give a fuck or just straight up doesn't look for it, or doesn't even know that it's there, and they are going to sell you not too good quality, plants. That's also one of the reasons why nowadays things taste so weird, even if they are coming from, ethically sourced places. Because straight up, the industrialization of our agriculture is just fucking it up. However, if we don't industrialize our food production, we starve. There are starving children in Africa. Guess what would happen if we would have, starving Europeans? Because we are throwing out hundreds of years of agricultural knowledge in the sake of having higher quality food that we don't have enough quantity of. Rambling not so over, but at least this point is over. Just because the plant doesn't scream, it doesn't mean that it's not going to suffer, and it's not going to have that suffering transplanted to you as you eat it. Speaking of eating, there is a little bit of kick of it. What I hoped didn't happen. I hoped that the sambal is going to overpower the taste of everything. However, I definitely still taste the sausage, and that's a problem. Because it's a very, very dislikable taste. It's very easy to dislike it. In fact, I'm going to declare that I hate this fucking fake sausage. Anyway, so we had the... they are kept in bad conditions, disproven. We had the moralistic bullshit that they scream, so you are having an emotional reaction to it even though you shouldn't. You are supposed to, hunt these things, at least instinctually. Anyway, so that's bullshit. And the last is the biggest bullshit that I ever heard, is that you don't need to. Our processed foods are capable of recreating it, and thus we could live in a painless society or whatever the fuck they call it. Okay, it kind of goes back to the previous point because no, the plants are still fucked up. Seriously, especially in America. America has no fucking laws against gene manipulating their fucking crops, and it shows. Here in the European Union, it's a little bit different, just a little bit. There is still a lot of things coming through because lobbying, and at the end, the European Union is a economical union. So if you have enough money, you have the law on your side. Yeah, I might just go and put Tabasco on this shit. Besides the base product being, lesser quality, our food processing it's not in the levels of us being able to make artificial everything. Our technology is not that high. We are actually not capable of producing everything that we need artificially, and we are definitely not capable of processing foods so much that from basically mineral sources we can create facsimiles of other things. Like, have you ever seen vegetable made out of meat or minerals? No, we only seen meat being made out of basically everything else. Why? Because while there are people who actually are doing the bullshit of just eating meat, they are kind of stupid and they don't have much pull, so the technology is not really trying to cater for their needs. But even though we have this for the vegetarians, this is the level that you're at. This is not facsimile of meat. Also, why the ever living fuck would you want to eat the facsimile of something when you can, just have the something? Like, even though if it's processed, it's went through a lot of things, which is actually kind of bad for you because it has a lot of, other chemicals that you don't need. Because once again, our processes are not that good. You could just eat meat. Why would you need to not have the actual thing and instead this? It's not even sausage. TLDR. Vegetarians are basically dark green eco-Nazis trying to go onto the soapbox and preach morality to you, then go ahead and try to make facsimiles of the thing that they are saying that you should be disgusted of. Like, if you are really on about just eating plants, then go ahead and just eat plants. Don't make a facsimile of the thing that you despise. Because let's go into it. Why are they making vegetarian sausages? Because they want to eat sausage, but they have said to themselves that they cannot eat meat. But their body wants to because we are fucking omnivores. It took a few million years of, evolution, but our bodies are at the point when we fucking need it. But because it is more of a political and moralistic and ideological thing, it is divisive, and they cannot not pass the purity test and cannot just, source their meat from proper, not industrialized sources. No, they need the fake sausage. Because deep down, they're just as like everybody else. They want to eat meat, but they say to themselves that they don't want to. They make up these, basically when you make up reasons after the fact to make your actions look logical. This is made so that somebody who made a mistake can still keep making on the mistake, but they can have at least a facsimile of the thing that their body kind of requires. It's basically lying to yourself. What are you? Paprika skin. By the way, the potato is also a little bit weird, but at least that's possible. If it wouldn't be for these, sausages, the sauce is good, especially after the sambal. It has a little bit of kick to it. Kind of like the 3-bean chili thing. But once again, it's not that strong because it's white people spice. Says the guy who literally grows in the goddamn light. It went on an adventure. That's my rant about vegetarians. If they would actually be, smart, they wouldn't try to make facsimiles of the thing that they are saying is disgusting. They would just eat the plants like they are supposed to. And they wouldn't have the cravings for something else, but they are lying to themselves, and they are trying to make the reasons either on the morality side, that you shouldn't kill the animal because it hurts and it's going to make the hurting sounds, it's going to... and all that bullshit that actually doesn't happen. You shouldn't do it because they are kept in bad conditions. Same with the plants. They are even worse conditions because there are no laws protecting from them. There are no laws about how much space does a grain stalk needs. And there is also the argument that because we have the capacity, quote unquote, because we don't, we shouldn't do it. But first comes the question, why? Just because we can, and for the record we can't, we just say that we can, we should abandon doing it. But yeah, why? Second, if we are so good at making facsimiles of it, why does this taste like shit? If we would be that good at making facsimiles of it, it would fool me. But it doesn't. And everybody that says otherwise is just lying so they can have their goddamn point proven. Literally, go and have a taste for yourself. Check it out. Try to go in with a unbiased mind. Not go in there to prove a point. Go in there to have your information base expanded. To learn something. And then you can form your opinion. Also, there are a lot of bullshit that are going about the scientific part of it, like having meat is actually going to give you cancer, says some idiot in the alta. And the more people they actually get on their bandwagon, the more true it becomes. That's why we have bullshit like theoretical physics is being considered as actual, proven physics. Because some guy in a wheelchair who couldn't speak decided that this thing works like this and made a big media coverage. And now everybody believes them. This tastes really nice. It's weird that the piss-looking drink is actually the best tasting one and it didn't dissolve properly. So basically, at this point, the scientific community is invaded by politics, by ideologies. People are going there to have the certificate that gives them the power, I guess, to say bullshit. Have points proven basically by persuading other people to peer review it and say that this is good. And the more people says that this is good science, the more real it becomes, because we don't actually have a fucking tech tree to check against if they are saying bullshit or not. So much worse when it's cold. Shit. Shouldn't have rambled that much. Dear, if you're a vegetarian and eating vegetarian sausages, you're a liar. To yourself, to everybody you are saying that this is a moralistic thing, and most importantly, to your parents who need to keep up with your shit. Unless your parents are also this kind of stupid. This is the problem when stupid things get propagated. Like Chinese communistic ideologies, Maoism, if you will. That was very stupid, and that resulted in quite a lot of dead people, but it was still very popular, just like this. It doesn't make it any less retarded, but it happened, and a lot of people believed in it. And the worst of all, that most of the people that actually decide that I'm going to eat this, and not because they want to prove a point or because they made a purchase and don't want it to go to waste, but to actually have their lives of eating this. The people who make those choices are actually not thinking it through most of the time. Like, it's not, okay, I'm going to sit down and put the pros of being a vegetarian against the cons of being a vegetarian and make a choice, an informed choice from various sources and my own experience. No, they hear it in the TV, or they hear it from their VTuber, or they hear it from their favorite celeb on the radio, or whatever the fuck, and they decided they are going to do it because it's hip, or because they want to get closer to the person that are propagating it. But most of the time, it's not stupid people, but average people. Because average people don't think shit through. Their thinking is very reactionary. Shit happens to me, I'm reacting to it. For example, shit is told to me. I like the person who is saying it, or he's saying it really nice. I believe him, or her, or whatever. And this doesn't make them stupid, by the way. This is literally just how most people work. It's not we are getting stupider because there are chemicals in our food, though. There are chemicals in our food. There are also microplastics. A lot of it, by the way. Regardless. Because this is how most people behave, ideologies are literally our thing. It's what makes us into various tribes, I guess, into various groups. And you are not going to think twice about doing whatever the fuck you need to pass the purity check of that group. You are just going to do it because you want to belong somewhere. And that's a very strong reason for people to do unreasonable things. For example, joining a terrorist group and starting to shoot at people who are literally not worse than them. In reality, just random people that are doing their job and then going back to their families and just living haven't done shit. Like, as much as I like blaming Americans for everything, and the Russians and the Chinese, as much as I love to do that, it's kind of just a pastime. If I would be given an AK-47 and told to, hey, look, Americans, shoot them, I would look at the guys and then say, no, I'm not a fucking psychopath. I'm not taking your bullshit. But a lot of people don't do this, and that's the problem. I definitely did not do this rambling, so I have a lot of time between taking the bites of this shit. Oh my god, it tastes so fucking bad, this sausage. It's heretical, basically. But the taste is not even plant-like, it's kind of chemically, to be perfectly honest. Like, it's heavily processed, which is actually bad for you. You shouldn't eat stuff that is heavily processed. You have a stomach. Your stomach is supposed to do the processing. The sauce is okay, by the way, especially with the sambal. The bowl is clean once again. Cheers. I still have some of the biscuit, so let's have it just by itself. It's okay. The sweetness is very low. It's barely sweet, but it's kind of there. It's nice and crumbly. It's basically made with bran, aka less processed wheat. It is nice and crumbly, as you can see from the fact that they are breaking up real fucking hard here. There wasn't even a piece that was in, one piece. The one piece is real! Has nice texture. And it costs more because I don't know. I guess the industrial processes are so geared towards removing it that actually removing that part of the process is more costly than doing it because it's probably making supply chains problems or whatever. Or that it's fashion. And when something is in fashion, you can raise the price because people are going to buy it because it's fashion. You need to buy it. That's why we have a lot of vegetarians, by the way. It's a fashion. Your ideology is fashion. Unless you are, an actual fucking ideologue and doing questionable stuff, you're probably just a guy, and your views are probably not that thought out. Like, if you are a very you agree to things a lot when you are hearing people doing talk shows or whatever, that's probably because you're not easily manipulated, but just, you're just an average person. And for the record, the people who actually think things through, they are not smarter. They may still make, stupid decisions. They are just going to be very thought out stupid decisions. It's not an indicator of intelligence. Oh no, it's definitely not. It's an indicator of cynicism. Like if you are a cynist, that doesn't mean that you are goddamn Albert Einstein. It just means that when somebody says something to you, you're not going to immediately believe it or immediately pass it over. Hopefully you are going to look into it, or you're just going to say, I don't have a bone in this, and ignore it. That's a lot of times what happens with me, by the way. Like these supposed societal issues that I should have a really strong opinion about, I usually don't. And when I do make the opinion, it's usually against the the fashion norm. Like, about LGBT plus and whatever. Yeah, I'm not particularly against them because whatever the fuck they are going to do to me, rape me in a fucking dark alleyway. Are they going to have rainbow people squatting behind the trash cans and jump me when I go for my water or whatever, my daily water? No, they're just going to have their lives. They're probably going to have very mundane lives. They are not really going to affect me at all. Still, I think that their lives are bullshit. And no matter how much people are saying that this is amoral, I should be very, pro them, I just can't. Because the points that they bring up of why we should do it are not convincing. In fact, most of the time it's bullshit. Like, think about it. Why is it moralistically good to have people fuck whatever they want? Especially children, by the way. Yeah, bring in children. We are going to activate our almonds. Children harm things that we are not comfortable with around children. Oh no, that's going to get you on the stake. Not the, eatable steak, on the, you get Draculaed. Let's talk about me, more talk about the food. So, this is good. It's okay. It's basically biscuit. It's actually biscuit plus. Slightly sweet, very slightly, you barely notice it. But for example, in the tomato sauce, it's going to extenuate the tomato. Actually, what they are making the fucking sausage out of? Rehydrated, textured vegetable protein. Yeah, heavily processed shit. Let's see what it is actually made out of. Water, rehydrated. Soya protein, not even the soya itself. No, you are not going to get soya, you are going to get soya protein. We are going to put chemicals in there to take the proteins out of the rest of the soya and have just that. Also potato starch. Wheat gluten. Bro, why just the gluten? Why just not have actual fucking flour? Whole whatever the fuck flour. This is supposed to be, the vegetarian eating healthy bullshit. Why is it just the gluten? The allergen. Anyway, it has stabilizer, something E, water again, onion. Actually, sausage should have onions in there also. Maybe if they have put paprika in there, that could have made the taste less shit. Maybe. Potentially. It has rapeseed oil. Rapeseed oil. Okay, in the seasoning it has flavoring. What flavoring? Dextrose. I think that's for anti-caking, but why the fuck would they have anti-caking? No, that's multi-dextrose. What the fuck is dextrose for? I don't know. Yeast extract. Oh yes. I want mold in there. It's probably for some other reason, but yeast is mold. Herbs. What herbs? Spices. What spices? Salt, sugar, herb extracts. Spice extracts. Like, what herbs, what spices? Just fucking right in there. They have this much more space in there. They could just have filled with whatever herbs and spices they used. Fucking vegetarian sausage. But now I can say with experience that I hate it. Not just out of principle, but out of taste. And out of concern, because, you know, they don't really write what they are actually putting in there, which is concerning, to say the least. Overall, from everything that I eaten today, the best parts was the free bean chili and the pear flavored fruit drink. The sausages were disgusting. The tea was weak. The iced tea flavored drink was not iced tea. It was chemical. And I didn't really eat or drink anything else. So yeah. The flameless ration heater worked well. Thank you again, whoever the hell sent me this package. And the sambal. Sadly, it didn't do what I wanted, aka hiding the taste of the sausages, but it did give enough spice to the food so that it's actually semi-worth eating, at least for the sauce. The sausages, though... Bleh. Oh, let's finish the drink. Very good. Very likey. Anyway, that was everything for... almost everything. 2 gums as well. But I have already said how the gums are. They're basically just commercial orbit. They are going to get most of the things stuck to your teeth and whatnot taken out. They are good. They are mint flavored. There's 2 of them. Okay, I'm definitely not going to eat in 1.5 hours. Let's make that 2.5 hours. Very late night dinner. Maybe I'm even going to have a candle. Anyway, until then, bye.